Right guys, welcome now to part 3 of this 9-hole course vlog here at Stockport, where it's all about course management and just talking through some shots that I can't recreate in an academy environment. So vlog, lessons, all in one. And I'm currently level par, I'm on the 7th here, and it is a beautiful hole. Look at that sky as well. It's only 330 yards, but it goes down and to the right. The green is surrounded by trees, and it's definitely not a driver. So if you hit a driver and you absolutely smack a good one, you could probably get close, but it's very narrow. It all cambers down to the right-hand side. There's bunkers on the right. There's trouble everywhere. So the shot here is to lay up to the left-hand side and just leave myself with a wedge in. So I'm going to use my driving iron. I'm going to be aiming down the left-hand side of this hole because of the camber. And if that works out okay, and what I should be able to do is just get it rolling down to the right, and like I said, leave myself just a little bit of a wedge in. So there's a telegraph pole in the distance. That is my line. If it stays straight, great. If it fades off that, then it's not the end of the world. Yeah, it feels good. But if you pull it, that could be an issue. Now, it was along the line of the trees, but I didn't actually hear anything. So if it stayed along the line, I'm still shooting down to the pin, but that's a disappointing shot. I've actually been hitting this club okay. Damn. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Now, with a good tee shot, this is a very simple wedge into this hole and with the chance for a birdie, but when you put yourself in a position like this, it's not great. It didn't hit any trees, but it's just found this like little alleyway here in the middle of them all. Now, I've got a couple of choices here. I can just chip out, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm still going to go for the green. Now, you can see there's a bank just underneath the trees there. What I'm going to do is it's 127 yards to the pin. I'm going to hit a 7-iron with a hooded face, keep it low. I'm going to run it, I'm going to hit it hard, I'm going to hit into that slope. It's going to jump up in the air, and then that's just going to kill the speed. There's a bit of an upslope in front of the green as well, which is going to help kill it some more. And then it's going to finish about 4 foot away. I'm going to tap it in. How's that sound? Does that sound all right? Does that sound good to everyone? Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Sounds really, really good to me. But I'm in a little bit of a comfort zone here where I can just chip it out sideways here. I could go for a wedge. But even if this doesn't come off, I'm still only going to be leaving myself a short wedge into the green, and the pin is quite central as well, so the danger is limited. So I'm going to hit that low iron, just hooding that face so I get a little bit of draw, just keep it under this tree here, and really scoot it there, get it to leap up that bank, and then get it to settle down by the hole. Easy, 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 easy. Ooh, it's just in that right hand bunker. I actually didn't get quite that club face quite close enough, and it missed the bank and it just got over it. But it's just up by the green. It's not the end of the world. I think it's in the bunker. Yeah, it looks like it's in the bunker. We'll see down there. It looks like it's very wet though. Right guys, so if you've seen the second part, I've already been in one of these bunkers before, which is compacted and very wet. This lie actually isn't as good as the one I had before, so I'm going to play this a little bit more sand. The one before I skimmed it quite a lot. So I'm going to take a little bit more sand with this one. Hopefully just land it on the green and then let it roll down to the pin. Yeah, it's a bit nasty, but shouldn't have gone in it. Well, shouldn't have hit the tee shot. So I'm just going to lay the club face open. I'm going to get into the sand. It is been raked a little bit more, this one, so I should be able to get a little bit more splash. I don't have to be quite so skimmy. So I'm going to open the club face still. Just going to try and land it pretty much bang on line with the pin and then let it release out. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Bunkers this time of year with the sand, if it rains it gets a little bit compacted. This is to stay at level par, but I think a lot of people do overread these, you know, get a little bit too into it. There's not a massive amount of movement here, but I'm just going to play it in the right side. If it does move back a little bit, then that's absolutely fine. It should still catch the left edge. I'm not going to ram it. I think just a nice weight that'd finish a few inches after the hole, if it missed, is absolutely fine. Just wondering how long I could have carried on talking to you for there. So, nice up and down, nice par, if I say so myself. There's no one else here to congratulate me. Look at this, by the way. Very typical, well, not typical actually, if I'm being honest with you, but a course like this in England at the start of the summer, trees green, a little bit wet, super still. Oh, there's nowhere else that I'd rather be. Beautiful. Right, 193 yard par 3, no wind. I'm in between my 5-iron and my 4-iron. I think if I hit my 4-iron just nice and smoothly, that should give me about the right distance. A lot of bailout room to the right of this pin, so I'm going to aim at the pin, and again, if it fades, it fades. It won't leave me, you know, in any real trouble, I hope. Mind you, I said that on the last hole as well, so we'll have to wait and see. But no, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident. Oh, I think 9 holes talking to myself is taking its toll. Well, obviously I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to all you guys, but out here, people just think I'm talking to myself. Anyway, at the pin. Oh, stay on it, stay on it, stay on it, stay on it, stay there, stay there. Oh yes, that's just to the right of the pin. That's probably only about 10 feet away. It's probably my best shot this 9. That pretty much how I wanted it. So it started at the pin, actually just slightly left of the pin, but then it just moved slightly to the right hand side, which is my predominant shape at the moment. If it had moved further off to the right hand side, it would have still been in the middle of the green. I can't remember last time I had a birdie putt on this hole when I played it. Come on. Right, pretty happy with that. Perfect, literally perfect for distance. Greens are soft, so it didn't run on too much. I think when this runs out of pace, this is going to move to the right quite a lot. So just need to get the pace right. Allow it to come in into the hole from left. Come on. I don't think I've ever birdied this hole. Oh, I've absolutely smashed that. Forgot to control my pace. Oh, that's disappointing. Oh well, still haven't birdied this hole. Oh, why did I got carried away then. I didn't take my time and think it through as I should have. But that's a decent, it's a decent par, it's a tough par 3. Okay, so to go under par on this 9, got a birdie next. It's par 5 though, got a chance. Right, 9th hole and a chance for a birdie. Par 5, it's 504, so again a shortish one. The only problem with this one is even if you get a really good tee shot away, unless it's down a chute on the right hand side, you can't see the green for your second. So favouring the right hand side is preferable. There's a telegraph pole in the distance, that's going to be my line with hopefully just a slight cut, and that'll leave me on the right hand side of the fairway. Just a nice solid swing here. I'm not going to try and go crazy with this one. Nice and smooth, let the distance come. That's pretty much bang on that. Hold there. Might have gone just into the semi maybe, but that is the best line into this pin, so I should have a sighter. Come on, birdie. That's a couple of times I've really misjudged how far offline I've hit it off the tee. I thought that was going to be really good, and I've not left myself an easy shot at all. It's 212 left into the pin, and I've got options really. I can either hit a high draw around this, or I can hit a low fade. I favour a low fade type of shape, and with 212 yards, I'm going to hit my 3-iron. It's cranked down a little bit, so with a cut, I may have to control the distance a little bit. The lie is quite literally, well, it's super bare. It's just on a mossy bit here. It's next to a tree, so I don't really want to. I don't want to dig down here into the surface. So I'm just going to try and nip it off with a fade. I'm going to have to start it over the bunker here, you can see to the left hand side, and I think that should allow me to fade it back. There's a bunker just on the left hand side of the green. If it finishes in that, that's not the worst thing in the world. My bunker play, feeling pretty confident out of these wet bunkers. So just visualize that shot a little bit. I'm just going to whip it by this tree, hit that fade, come on, 212. Oh, that looks amazing, be good. Oh, that's just front right short. So it'll only be a chip onto the green, but that looked on it. It's just pitched before and then just spun to the right. Pretty good shot though, pretty happy. Chance for a birdie. I keep saying that, chance for a birdie. Right, a couple of different options here. I thought it was a little bit further on. I've got about, I don't know, 15 yards till the front of the green, and the pin is quite tight to the front. So I can either try and fly it all the way, get it to stop quick, or I can hit a chip and run. I can even put this, I've got so many options here. I think the safer bet is more of a chip and run. There's a little bit of a bank just before the green, so if I did pitch it short and it stopped in that, I wouldn't be very happy. So I'm going to hit a chip and run here. Lots of different options on clubs as well. I feel probably a little bit more confident with a 9-iron. I don't think it's really going to do too much off the ground coming up to the green. Then when it goes on the green, it's probably going to be quite straight. So I'm just going to get lined up. Yeah, just try and get the feel of the distance. Nothing too complicated. Ball a little bit further back in my stance, hands just opposite my left thigh. I'm going to execute pretty much just a rock of the shoulders. I don't want to try anything too fancy here. That should be pretty good. And I'll just move slightly more off to the right than I wanted. Not too bad. I think from this type of distance, I wouldn't mind, well, stupid thing to say, from any distance I wouldn't mind getting it closer, but I wouldn't mind getting a little bit closer than that. It's not quite a tap-in. However, it gives me a chance. I'll carry you up to the green as I go. So guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this type of video. Did one of these quite a while ago at St Anne's Old Links, but hopefully you like this format. I think it's something that I'll try and do a little bit more going forward, because it allows me to combine a couple of things really, practice and play all at the same time, and film and coach, you know, and do a lot. So I think that's useful. Well, it's certainly useful for me. Hopefully you found this useful for your own game as well. If not, I mean, thanks for watching anyway. Please subscribe. So it's kind of moved when it got to the green off to the right, so I know I'm going to be going a little bit more up the hill here, and it doesn't really look like it does too much at all. Just straight up the hill for a birdie, nice and firm. Wish me luck, guys. Whatever happens, I'm going to end on this putt. So make sure you subscribe, follow me on my other social media platforms as well. Give the video a thumbs up, share it around, comment below, and we will see you next time. No one here to see me celebrate, but you saw it.